Who says crouching chat hidden shall be CHEER 100. End of line.
Just one moment, I'm trying to find my copy of Crysis, because it wasn't where I thought it was. Oh my gosh, why is it buried so far, maybe? Yeah. Oh gosh, don't fall over, games. Wait, it wasn't even there? Where is it? Come on. I'll grab Fear as a backup. That was a little more difficult. I swear it was right here. How am I missing it? Am I blind? Did I move it to use it somewhere else? Oh well. Hi, hello, okay. I know I own a physical copy of Crysis. I don't know where it went. Hello. So, there's a bunch of stuff. And Chloe, thank you for the 100 bits. Okay. All right, so today, we're going to be looking at CD Robot. Yay! Woo! CD Robot. Yeah, all right. So, first off here, I did work on the software, and I added a random delay. So, where we were yesterday working towards trying to make it work with the little mini small form factor PC, we got to a point where it would work, but then the next two drives would fire off at once, and then try and load disks into both in like a random order, because the state locking for the controller was not working correctly, and the Crysis CD was in the WinXP build video. Uh-oh. It might have also been in the games as the 2000s digital game decay video. So, oh no. Anyway, The deck writer hasn't moved because it's huge and I don't know where I'm putting it. Anyway, I added the delay. I upped it to 5 seconds from 1 second, and I added a 5-second random delay after that. So it's actually configurable per the class. You set the delay to whatever you want, and then it adds that delay, and then adds that delay times a float from 0 to 1. That's a random. So the idea is it will always be long and up to twice as long random. So that's the goal. Anyway, I want to see something cool. Check this out. This is a phone, and the phone can do boop. This now. What's up? The phone has never been able to control the ATEM, and I had another cool feature. Check this out. Boom! That has never been remote controllable because it sucks to do. So ATEM support is now integrated into the video routing software that I've been working on. Sort of. Someone could answer one question that I'm pretty sure the answer is yes to, just to confirm for me, because it's going to change how I implement the rest of the ATEM functions. Can you access a method / function from a class in Python if you have the name of the function as a string? Is that possible? But yes, so I can now control the ATEM. I need an option to disable that, but that's going to be different, so I didn't want to try and fight that because, oh my gosh, it sucks. Wow, it's terrible. So yeah. Usagi was asking last night how you get great camera angles on stream. Yeah, so it's all this arm thing, which is an abomination. So yeah, that's the secret. Basically, it's just arms all over. That's why there's one here for the phone. Yeah, there's just tons of arms. Yeah, all right, let me catch up here. Finally got around to bringing home HP86B setup. Ooh, every single key stem in the machine, it got in good shape except the 3.5 inch. Oh, you're saying all of your key stems are bad. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Waiting for Core XY sealing arm. Dude, that'd be so awesome. I would need a PTZ ball head though, too. Maybe I just need one of those robots like Gavin from the Slow Mo Guys has, where it's just one of the like industrial control arms. Oh, did it finally cross 1 mil? That's kind of awesome. It's not the first video to cross 1 mil since the Windows 98 gaming video, or PC anniversary, that's it. But it's the first one in a while. I can't remember, did the PlayStation 3D display video do that yet? Because it's surprisingly popular too. Anyway, it feels good to cross 1 million views. Not like, woo, I'm popular. It's more like, woo, I'm not irrelevant. After the one video that basically made the channel. Anyway, let's see. And I did address the deck writer. Okay. Huh. I wonder where Crysis is. Well, it kind of doesn't matter. Anyway, so okay, here is objective number 2, okay? Because we're gonna start the CD ripping robot. We're gonna kind of let it go, and we're gonna see what happens. So yesterday, I continued to work on, now I'm gonna be fumbling for my phone all the time. Yesterday I kept working on, boom, that other small form factor PC that I was actually able to install Windows XP on. I think we might wipe that today and try and start again. PS3s are in 800K? Ah, okay. So I was able to get XP installed on that. However, I did it using a stock XP disk image that I inlined the drivers for the SATA chipset on that for, and that's all that's on there. Which turns out to kind of suck because there's no networking, there's no sound, there's no USB. I'm not even sure it has like serial ports active, so there is zero way to get data into and out of the system. And yeah, that kind of sucks. So it's open because I can pop the SSD out, put it in the dock, and then copy files onto it. But I did that for the video card drivers for the Radeon card in there, and it won't install. It like gets to the detection section where it's like, which one do I install drivers for? And then it just crashes. So what I'm thinking we do while the CD robot goes and does its thing is we try and reinstall XP on that using an integral copy of XP. I don't fully understand what the Windows XP hacking scene is like. It's a whole complicated mess, both legally, socially, like economically, like politically. It's like, I won't even get into it because it's weird. But anyway, I want to use whatever that current version is because it has the most modern drivers integrated, and it looked like that might have actually worked on this, but I didn't know. There was like one other thing that I had to do that I don't remember what was. Oh yeah, actually burn it to a disk. That was the key part. So fun thing. So Hellencroft, I think that phone activation might have actually died like this year, like 2026. I think they just shut that off. Anyway, what was the thing? Oh yeah, you have, so when I was trying to install XP off the iOD, turns out USB drivers would work in BIOS, and then because BIOS was like just pretending that it was an optical drive, and then Windows XP would load, take over the USB ports, not know how to use the USB ports, and then lose access to the disk. So that's cool. They made a standalone EXE to emulate the phone thing. Hello. That sounds pretty sweet. The 64-bit version of XP? No, because I want to be able to use it. Well, that's super duper cool. I can't wait to grab that XP, or that EXE. That sounds incredible. That will make it so easy to activate legit boxed copies. Oh my gosh. So anyway, yes, it was SP3 Nakalak. Let's see, forget about the J's, or I have flash drive, all the other drivers to the XP machine. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for that. Wait, aren't all serial ports literally, I don't know, I was mostly joking there. We'll fire it up, you'll see how bad it is. I don't think I'm even going to be able to get a mouse and keyboard working because no USB ports. But, yeah. So, yeah, official keygen for Windows, I think it is. Anyway, yeah, if someone wants to link that, XP keygen, I guess, that would be kind of sweet in Discord. We'll definitely add that to my archives. All right. It does have PS2 ports. My KVM doesn't do PS2 ports, and I can only tolerate having so many keyboards around. So we'll see. But yeah, the other version of XP should, in theory, just be a lot more sane to begin with, though. So I want to try that. So we're going to start up the CD robot. We're going to get that going, processing its current queue. We're going to burn an actual, like, disk CD kind of thing, okay? I try to avoid that as much as possible. I use disk emulators. I use the iOD. I do the flash drives with the ISOs. I do almost anything I can to avoid burning a disk. Not because I can't or I don't like it. I just, there's a limited number of them left, and I don't want to have to keep burning them all the time. And as long as I'm always resistant to it, I should always have enough of them. So anyway. All right. Let's give it a shot. Oh, I'm not going to touch anything over there. Let's do it this way. Here we go. Boom. And boom. What's up? Unfortunately, there's no HDMI camera for the webcam, so I do have to press a button here. Not there. Here. Boop. For the webcam. At least until I get OBS WebSocket support added to my software. So that's my next objective. All right, one moment. All right. Windows XP for titanium isn't real, can't hurt you. Yeah. XP Tools and TT Live, thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Let me flip these around so I can see. Okay. Also, fix the ATEM, not ATEM, DEC Talk Bluetooth headphones, which reminds me I need to turn off my backup pair that I brought from home. So the Bluetooth transmitters that I use are a combination Bluetooth transmitter and receiver. And what I ended up doing was switching it to receiver mode, which clears all of the Bluetooth connections, and then putting it, back to transmitter mode, then repairing, and that worked. So the transmitter lost its mind. Anyway, this is all the nonsense for the Pi ATM stuff, and this is one of the reasons why it would be cool if strings could work as functions in Python, because holy moly, they mapped every possible thing to a function name. So what I'm currently doing is switch cases for each function, and then in the JSON, you set the function name and then all of the parameters. So if I could use this as a way of accessing a function instead of having to just do a switch case and then all of that, that would be real cool. So anyway, that's unimportant for now, although look at this, is the software. Also, fun fact, if you hit F5 in the video routing software now, get attribute, that works. So if I could do that, that would be, if that's all it needs to be. Okay. Yeah, that should work actually, shouldn't it? Because the attribute would be that, yeah, okay. We're not gonna work on that right now because I will get nerd sniped hard, but yeah. Anyway, fun fact, if you, well, I closed it. If you update the JSON file now, it reloads the config file every single time you refresh the page. So it will update any changes you make to the JSON file now. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, I will totally use that. Also, you can hide these, which is really fun. Anyway, we don't need, actually, we'll leave this open. Why not? Because this is what's next. Okay, so the computer is off right now. I'm going to turn it on, and then I will turn on the CD robot because it enumerates in the same order every time so far. And I just want to try. XP Tools, a whole 9K. It has a phone as an icon. Oh, that's awful. Is that CBM 8050 on the floor in the background? I believe it is. Yes, why? There is also a 4022 sitting on top of it. Very happy about the 4022. Need to get better ribbons for it, though. The MX80 ribbons I have turns out to kind of suck. All right. Don't need you anymore, switcher panel. Brings back memories. Ah. Okay. So, don't need any of that. Well, actually, I could do this. Get poll. Rebase. Uh-oh. I don't like that. Get diff. Get status. What did I change here? It's not awful, it's perfect. Switcher control? Switcher control is very useful. It just has some weirdness to it. And I have had some issues with it, but I don't remember having them recently. I don't know what would have changed, because none of the hardware software is different. Okay, we need to SSH to the computer. Wrap. And I mistyped the password. Okay, I'm going to turn on the CD robot. We're going to mount dev SDB 1, 2, CD SSD. I made a sim link here just so I could be super lazy. BYOBU. All right. Shift F2. Make this smaller. Go back up to there. We're going to run the software. Boom. Refresh the page. Look at that. Software's running. If we want, we can test that it's working correctly. Downside here, I want to use my phone as a camera, so now I gotta lose the fancy floating remote function of it. But whatever, that's fine. It's not like, you know, I'm going to be sad about it or anything. All right, hold on, let me wipe off the lenses with my clean room grade t-shirt. right. One phone. Clip. Plug in the C extension cable and a power supply. Multi-window? What do you mean multi-window? I'm using BYOBU, which is just a wrapper for TMUX. I don't know what it does over TMUX, but I use BYOBU because it comes pre-installed on a Ubuntu server. And there's a reason I'm doing it, because I'm going to need the ability to send multiple commands to the machine. Okay, droid cam. And boom. One CD robot. There we go. And I'm just going to go ahead and bring the light up as well so the discs are consistently lit as they go. And I'm going to turn off that overhead light. All right. Alrighty. 2 phones, yeah. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do, pause queue. Boom. Then I will import all of the existing queue things there. Oh, multi-window on the phone. Yeah, but the phone's like way up and out of the way. It's like, that's not good. Plus, crazy concept. I can hit Control and T or Tab, and then I can just do it there. So, fun thing, I also have the IN1606 supported, so if I click any of these, it makes the video go away because we're no longer capturing the desktop. This software is getting pretty powerful. I'm actually quite happy with it. All right, let's process the queue. Boom. That is already a problem. Oh. Of course, I say, oh yeah, it always enumerates the drives in the same order every time. Ha 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 ha. I don't have to worry about it. Ha. 1 is that. Okay, 2 is that. 3 is that. Okay. 213, got it. Vim settings. 2 1 3 2 1 3. Would have loved this offer before I ripped all my discs. Yeah, well, it's got to be made at some point. Okay, here we go.
CHER 100. I said it, and it proved me wrong. Did I press go live or something? End of line.
I know, right? I turned it on like 3 times this morning. It was perfect every single time. Oh, gosh. Use multiple UV channels for some reason. Okay, dump some models and it get tripped up, either completely garbage data. Huh, strange. They make an init section where it opens all 3 drives and asks the user what order they opened in. In theory, I could, but the problem is eventually I want to do this as a like systemd unit file to have it just start up the software. So I'll turn on the robot first, which might actually fix the drive ordering. I don't know. And then have it be GUI driven. So what I could potentially do, oh my gosh, the way all the data gets shuffled around though, I don't think I even want to consider this. I could have the SR numbers, excuse me, be editable up here. That would be horrible though. I really am regretting some of the architectural designs of PyDisk RIP, because changing some things is almost impossible. So, and that might be one of them, is to add a GUI thing for configuration options like that. Anyway, Chloe, thank you for the 100 bits. I don't think I said that. All right. Add the stuff. Process the queue. swear this light could be brighter, but I don't know, whatever. Oh, man. Use sim links and disk bypass. No, those aren't consistent either. Why does the drive numbering matter? Because I have to know exactly which drive is mapped to which tray to tell the robot which height to put the disk at when it releases it. So the disk is not actually pressed into the drive when it's released. It's released above it. When it's picked up, it does have to touch the disk to pick it up, though. And there you can see it worked correctly, no race condition. All right, I think that's going to work this time. Okay, are you guys ready to burn a Windows XP CD? I'm going to buy a path things not be consistent. Art, I don't know what to tell you, Ben. I tried it. It was not consistent. I'm not going into more details because I don't have any. All right. Let's burn a disk. Okay, rule number 1. That's the disk we use. Also, fun fact, these are the discs that we've been slamming around in the CD robot, so they're, oh my gosh, we're so not burning that one. That one's got fingerprints galore on it. That one also has fingerprints. Oh no, if I contaminated the whole spindle? Okay, that one's good. Great. No Windows RG? No idea what that is. No. I don't think we're getting a DOS kernel Windows installed and functioning on a i5-6500. Okay. Aren't those archival grade disks supposed to be better? Or, oh, grade drives? I mean, sure, reading, but like writing? Oh, wait, I don't actually know what drive this is in here. Hopefully it can burn a CD. I mean, it probably can. I thought I had another one of the Blu-ray drives in here. Ruh-roh. I guess that's right here, which is now worth its weight in gold. I'm writing one CD. Digital Ice Age. So let me go over to flash drive. So again, I am not a Windows XP hacker kind of person. I don't know what the gist is here. So I'm gonna burn this Integral Edition 25.8.19. That's all I know. And it's got more drivers. It gets farther during the install on this hardware than the actual, I put the box back, Windows XP, like disk, but that's it. That's all I know. Okay, of course. Why doesn't Ubuntu come with the disk burner program installed anymore? Sudo apt ins, actually just for everyone. Su. Wait, there's no root password. I can't do that. Drat. It's okay, fine. Sudo.
ANGRYK9 has subscribed at tier 2. They've subscribed for 10 months. End of line.
Angry K9, thank you for the tier 2 sub there and for 10 months maxing out the decimal there. I appreciate that. Why am I not using an RW disk? Well, first off, those are far more premium. So I wouldn't want to waste one of those on something that's going to be write once, read many. But it just wouldn't make sense for this kind of thing. Should make the background red flames when it fails to read a disk PS2 style. As long as it's a DVD-R drive, should be able to do CDs. We'll see. I don't know. And no problem, Digital Ice Age. So for those of you who may have joined late, here's the bonus objective. Boom. All right. So that's a keyboard. This is a Windows XP. Well, it's not. This is a Dell 70. This is a Dell 7040 Optiplex. This has an Intel i5 6500 underneath this 80 millimeter fan. Okay. I want XP on this because I'm stupid. So our goal today is to get this thing functional enough to put XP on it and run Crysis. Crysis is a benchmark just at random. So that would kind of tell us that all of the drivers and stuff are working fine. If we get Crysis with sound, then runs good on there. So that's the objective. Does it have USB 3 ports? Almost exclusively, which is a huge pain. So that's one of the reasons why we're going for this weird disk thing. So let's go back to here because we probably have Bracero installed now. Okay. Open with this. All right. We're going to we're going to write this to our CDR and go. This takes a while. Maximum speed, burn proof, disk read, yeah, sure, why not? Go. All right. Then there's no USB 1.0 and 2.0 controller XP can use. Yes, yeah, that's why this is fun. So FlareSpire, I can actually, here, just for kicks. I'll plug it in. All right, it does its little dance. I'm gonna take out the disk that's in there right now. All right. So this is a disk that I made. This is a copy of XP with the driver for the SATA controller inlined. But here is video capture, maybe theoretically. Please. Oh, disk robot's doing stuff. Oh, there's XP. Okay, that's happening in the background. It's set to 1080p and it's not happy about it. Okay, what are you doing here, robot? What we got going on? We're putting Kermageddon. What? That should be Nox. What? Oh, Nox. Okay, I don't know why I didn't update. That was weird. Okay, so it's putting Nox up there. That's looking good. All right. So yeah, here's XP running on it, okay? XP can run on it, just not have USB 3 driver. Yeah, well, we'll find out. I think that's the whole point of this hacked up XP ISO. I'm just gonna sneak this right here. Well, Vital Kneve, here it is literally running XP. So we'll see. I can show you this. Here. Here is me attempting to install the drivers. Oh wait, I can't. Because keyboard. Maybe I should go get a PS2 mouse and keyboard. maybe that would be smart. As much as I don't want to, I might need it. All right. I think it's a big baby. It won't let me hot plug PS2, so we can't easily do this now. On the bright side, we don't have to KVM in since I've got video capture going on this computer now. So if I just power cycle it, which I'll do very gracefully here, yoink. Now we should be able to start it. Nox disc 1 and disc 2, beautiful. Oh man, this is awesome. This is so awesome. Dude, we're like doing stuff here. I'm gonna be... Oh! What? Window projector preview. Here we go. One of my favorite OBS tricks, you just want a window with your video capture, boom. Just do projector preview. No hot plug for PS2 because it can destroy the controller. Yeah, I know, but that's like for nerds. They've known about that for like decades at this point. If Dell's computer still has that problem, that's on them. Fun fact, this computer outputs all of the DOS mode resolutions in 720p. There's nothing I can do about it. There we go. All right. So for kicks, let's attempt to install the Radeon card drivers. This is, oh God, what is this? Hold on. One moment. I know the name of this card. This card is... this is file. No, hold on. Add, create, add widget. How do I just sticky note? I thought you could just like sticky note. There we go. What? Oh no. It's they're getting out of control. Okay, boom. Here we go. Paste. That's it. So this computer, where'd all my windows go? Bring them back. There we go. This computer is, well, now I can't see the sticky note. Edit mode. You can't see that. Too many things. Here, I'll put it right here. There we go. All right, then when I need to see it, I'll just move the stuff out of the way. There we go. So this computer, Dell Optiplex 7040. Let's just make it all bold so it's easier to see. Okay, CPU is Intel i5 6500. GPU is, and this is a PCIe half-height external GPU. External, just not like integrated into the die. I do have three other options for half-height GPUs. So we can look at that. The one I think is the most likely to work is not that one. Is it this one? No. Oh wait, no, that one. I have two other GPUs, not this one. That was an alternative for a different plan. This is a GeForce GT430. So that one would be okay. And then the other one, I don't actually know what it is because I haven't looked it up yet. But it's got HDMI, and it's half height, and it's gigabyte. Should we look this up? It should be pretty easy. Let's find out what this is. Watch, this just be like a way better option. Okay, GV R5450C 512I. Okay. HD 5450. Ugh, it's a Radeon, gross. Okay, so GPU seems to work already. It's widescreen. So that one, it just works. I didn't actually do anything here. Let me try and run the drivers so you can see what happens when we try and install the video drivers. On that, here, I'll make it not really high res. Oh my gosh, trackball, stop sucking. Properties. That's not what I wanted the properties for. All right, hold on. I'm just gonna make it like Like, literally anything smaller would be preferable right now. That was better, but not enough. Would be nice to keep it widescreen, since that's what the capture size is going to be. There we kind of go. That'll work for now. Okay, so that GPU kind of doesn't really work on XP, but there is some kind of internet cafe driver package, supposedly, that should allow it to... Why has this got to be so far? That should allow it to work. So we're going to try and do a custom install here. Okay, Express does the exact same thing, so just take my word for it. All right, so what it tries to do is detect graphics hardware, okay? So we'll just leave that right there. All right. Radeon HD, blah, blah, blah. Radeon HD, Windows XP driver. Okay, so this one might just work. Well, that sounds like a better option. Now that I know off the top of my head, GT430 is like half the power. Well, half height. By manually extracting the drivers in Device Manager. That's what you have to do? Ugh. Well, actually, they should be manually extracted since that's what the installer was doing, didn't it? I'd put them in like the temp folder or something. Oh my gosh, it's killing me here with the... Oh, we successfully burned the CD so we can stop using awful things. Here, really quick. So there, it just crashed, by the way. Let me just show you real quick, like... It's trackball. I'm like, oh my god. I don't even know how it's like this, okay? It's a trackball. There's a roller that probably has like an optical sensor or something, okay? Left, perfectly fine. Right, slow, inconsistent until I try and demonstrate it. Then it works perfect. Anyway, Device Manager, look at the CD Robot. It's doing CD Robot things. It's the best hardware ever. We're putting Pandemonium in. Yes! Oh, man. Dude, I love CD Robot. Do I need to refresh this again? Why? Oh, it's because they're out of order from being weird. Dude, the pictures are looking so good. All right, so look at all the stuff that doesn't work. It doesn't even have the floppy controller working, which I don't know how, because I can't imagine there is one on this, but PCI memory controller, PCI serial port. There you go. I wasn't wrong. Serial port doesn't work. Audio driver, Ethernet controller, USB controller. None of it works. All right. So I say we try iPatch XP. All right. And we see if that works. I'd be tempted to keep the R5 for some Linux. Won't give XP Radeon. I mean, I'm not a Linux user, but hear me out. It still sucks as a graphics card. So that graphics card to me is in the class of it just adds video out for anything that isn't a super weak sauce computer like this. All right. New 2 power supplies. Well, I mean, we're never doing that. You guys understand, like, look at the Mutant Penguins Attack CD there. It's so good. Anyway, look at this thing. That's what we got for slots, okay? We've got half height, barely fit anything, one 16x slot. We do not have options here. Okay. Files currently on the CD. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 it did not. have got to be kidding me. Big old fingerprint on that one. How? What's wrong with you, Bracero? It knows what it is. No, we're not burning a data disk. What's wrong with you, stupid program? Burn an existing image. Format of the disk image could not be identified. Please set it manually. That's probably what happened. Ooh. Why? Why is it like that? Is the file good? Arc likes it. F-disk doesn't really know what's going on. I don't know how that would look compared to something else. I'm a little concerned about this. Let's just try it. All required applications libraries not installed. Wait, what did it want me to install? Please install the following manually and try again. There is a colon and then a period. Okay. What's Nox stuck on? Queued for removal. Why are you not? Oh, okay. All I had to do was ask. Let XP burn it. That would be fine if I could use the optical drive or put the file on the flash drive or... Why? Oh, he could read the CD. Wait a minute. This is the stupidest thing ever. I love it. Because the disk drive is SATA, this might actually work. All right, let's go with Operation Stupid option. The serial port doesn't work. So, can XP, like, burn an ISO out of the box? 11 minutes remaining. No. What we want to use, Nero or DVDX copy? Actually, I should just use Nero because DVDX copy probably doesn't do this. And it sounds more fun, so that'll be the thing you guys say. So I'm rescinding the offer to, comment. We're just going to use Nero, which has moved. Okay, let me go find it, I guess. Dude, it's kind of nice not having that table over there. Just be able to walk up to the shelves. Okay, I'm not finding Nero. Did I move it somewhere for some project? Great. Oh, there it is. What? XP compliant. There we go. Why am I getting an eBay notification? Please be good news. It was not good news. Can you load an ISO into a CD burning robot? No. I bet that's how you picture today going, hey, my primary goal is CD robot working, and so far that's fantastic. So I'm happy. And so far it hasn't screwed anything up.
GER 100. Why are you getting an epic notification? Because it's your turn. Next it will be Belgium. End of line.
Chloe, thank you for the 100 bits. In this case, it was eBay telling me that a offer was declined, and by declined I mean the seller just never acknowledged it. I'm just going through and I'm looking at all the discs, making sure the labels match up with the things. Dude, it's crazy to see fur fighters out of the box. Okay, that's looking good. Hey, Nakalak, it wasn't a waste now. We used it to get the ISO onto there. I mean, I also could have just turned off the computer and put the SATA SSD into the dock and then copied the file manually. But this way, the CD wasn't a waste. So I should get this CD out. I don't know that this is going to work, by the way, because I don't know why that ISO is being rejected by Bracero. I used Bracero to burn an ISO last night. It works fine. I'm hoping maybe Nero is less picky, or maybe the driver, the software repos for this Linux installer broken or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's weird. Why'd I accidentally buy used LTO cleaning cartridge instead of a new sealed one? Oh, gosh. You weren't live last night. That's true. I was using OBS to capture the footage, though. Let's get the GT430 out of here. So, Radeon HD 5040 or GT430? What do people think? Which one's better? I was using that to Mario Kart map to steal the header for whatever thing. GPU alts Radeon GT430. GT don't speak ATI. I know, right? Okay, this finished the transfer. Boom. All right. One was not what I thought it was, my bad. Other is not what I ordered, seller bad, brilliant. So I ordered the Extron Crosspoint 84 4K, and it turned out not to be the 4K model, which only slightly sucked, it turned out. The seller was wrong. They had it listed as one thing. Here's the book about Nero, by the way. This is how you learn how to burn CDs. You got to read this whole book before you're certified. The difference between the Crosspoint 84 and the Crosspoint 84 4K is that the 4K one can scale to 4K outputs, but it still can't actually accept 4K 6444 inputs. It's 4K 3444 or 4K 60420, which is useless. And I didn't realize that, so I got bamboozled. On the bright side, I didn't get bamboozled that hard because the only 4K 444 Extron is the current gen one and is expensive. So it was never going to happen anyway. All right. Stupid ISO shenanigans complete, yeah. This is the dumbest possible way we can be going about this, which feels about right. Anyway, I did, it's a different project that I want to talk about, so let's not worry about that. CD keys. What is this, the 90s? There it is. All right, this is my CD key, do not steal. Junk mail from 2003. Uh-oh, what did it just do? Something just broke. Drat. Bin was empty. I missed what happened. It looks like it was trying to load survivalism, and then it didn't work. I think, oh man, that's really frustrating. Esports, it's literally the current gen one. That's the only one that can do it, as far as I can tell. Oh, well, okay, let me rephrase that. I was looking for a scaler. I wanted a DTP scaler switch. So actual switches, there are more. But no, I needed the DTP one for really stupid reasons. I'm going to pull this. I'm going to let it finish ripping whatever it's got going on right now, and then we'll end it. So it's still ripping Fur Fighters and arcade classics. It put a disc on top and then went into bin 2 and then came back up. So it picked up a disc and put it in there. That's weird. I think that was actually a problem with the robot then. I think we saw it do that once before as well. It might be something where I need to clean out this sensor. So that doesn't sound like it's going to be a PCIe card, Silent Searchlight, and probably not a half-height PCIe card. I am additionally going to put this bubble wrap here because I suspect it's about to drop the discs from the tray there. Is the sensor mechanical or optical? I don't know. It feels like a BL Touch from 3D printing. Okay, let's continue this. Typical default set of files. Yeah, I don't really care. It's probably going to be enough. Possibly use the camera to check if the disc arrived. No. If it's jank already, it's not jank. There's literally nothing jank about it other than the software. Yeah, Dark Shadow, it's weird that 4K is getting to that point. But thankfully, it seems like the market correctly rejected 8K. So 4K is just going to become old now. All right. Nero burning ROM. I'm guessing that's what I want. Okay. Let's pull out the Nero disk. Let me grab another blank. Could be transplanted into another case. It uses a vertical GPU. What? Actually is PCIe, but not half height. Ah. That's strange that a card with such a fun name came out in PCIe era. I'm not interested until we get Frank's 2,000-inch TV, so I don't really care how big they are yet. All right. Medium types, okay. Copy a CD. Close wizard. ISO. Burn. I've never used Nero. I don't know how to do this. Image file. Okay, this looks like probably it. Desktop. Boot file. Oh my gosh, is this for converting a floppy to a CD? Ugh. CD-ROM. Sorry, the path you entered is invalid.
Subscribe with Prime. End of line.
Indora Fox, thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate that. Can you click the ISO file now? I don't know. On, cancel. I might just be able to do it from here. Hold on. Click this. Open. Open. Select program from list.
Indorofax is gifting 10 tier 1 subs to Tech-Tank's community. They've gifted a total of 10 in the channel. End of line.
Indorofox, thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Happy New Year's, insane people. There is some insanity here as I'm sitting here waiting for the optical robot to drop a disc. I think it's good. I think it finished. Wait, Afterlife for fighters. That's not Afterlife. Oh, wait a minute. What happened? What happened with Death Kings of the Dark Citadel? Did it finish ripping that? No, it failed on that and then skipped. Okay. Okay, well, it seems like it's just giving up here. So let's find the terminal that's connected to it. It's this one. Okay, let's kill this. All right. Open, select the ISO. Okay, I can try that. Hold on. Let me do that real quick. Nero compilations. ISO compilation. Why is it just weird Nero nonsense? Yeah, I don't think that's it. Recorder. Is maybe burning ROM only for like building a disk or something? File. Burn image. Well, let's try that. Desktop. This. Okay. I put a blink in. Right. I think this is its stupid, like, mezzanine format. Or log or something. I don't know. Beep. I think it can't see the optical drive. I think it's read only on that drive. So I think this is never going to work.
Belgiumet says suddenly that how to CD apostrophe book isn't looking so dumb. CHER 100. End of line.
Belgiumet, thank you for the 100 bits. All right, well, time to put a new CD drive in the Dell. It is a Slimline. Additionally, that's not it. It's a CDR rewritable drive. The problem is the SATA controller, I don't think, is correctly identifying it. Oh, no. I flashed the redumper firmware to the other Blu-ray drive. Will I even be able to write with it now? I know the CD robot needs attention. Actually, it just needs the queue restarted, but now restarting the queue really sucks, so I'm not exactly sure how I want to handle that. Here's the deal. I'm just going to try burning the disk using a SATA adapter. I took it back up to the original firmware in case. Nope, not possible. The original firmware is encrypted. It was possible to overwrite it with unencrypted firmware, though. Well, time to see what happens. This is going to be fun. This is the machine that I burned the other disc with, so I know its copy of Bracero is not stupid. I'm going to guess that XP ISO is just weird somehow, and it does not like it. It wasn't letting me do that. AAA, I'm going to go with. All right. Open with Bracero. This time it recognizes it as an ISO. It's burning it. Look at burning CD. No. Burning image to CD. Disk drive go burr. Okay, well. Okay, sure, why not? Works on laptop, does not work over there. Yeah, so firmware is good, maybe, hopefully. Now remembering days of using Nlight, build custom tailored XP, burn it to a disk. Yes, I did that. One of the disks I have around here is that. So, I believe it's this one, yes. So that install of XP we have right now is this. It is Windows XP Service Pack 3, plain, with the Q170 Intel platform drivers for PCI product vendor ID, product ID A102. So, yep. Well, Vamptonius, it probably wouldn't be bootable then if I did that. Label is good burner if the disk comes out correctly. I mean, this is the last spare of the drives that I have in the CD robot right here, all right? So originally I was gonna buy more of those drives to keep as spares because, you know, it's kind of important that they're all exactly the same in the CD robot, but then they all vanished because people got spooked that they weren't gonna be able to get Blu-ray drives anymore. So they're gone. So this is now my one spare. And unfortunately, this one has miles on it. So this one's going to be just shelved. It's not going to be the one good burner. It just happened to be over there. This cannot be ejected, but it needs to be removed for the current operation to continue. Okay, that's concerning. Error while burning. Man down. Okay, let me go get a different drive. Yeah, I think these are now redumper only. Let me go get one of the ones from the modifications. This is one of the Asus drives. It opens at random tray lengths. And this is why I don't like burning CDs, because you never just burn one CD. Never goes that well. They're so fingerprinty. Oh, hey, look. There's Nero 7. What? Huh? Why do I have that? Are there other discs in the other 3 drives? Uh-oh. That shouldn't be there. I suspect this came with one of my Blu-ray drives. Yeah, you know what? I bet this came with... Actually, I have no idea. This is 2007. Oh, well. All right, let's try this again. Open with Bracero. Burn. All right. Yay. Yeah, but I don't have the CD key because it's just the disc. Wow, that one's loud. Holy moly. Probably doesn't help there's no tray. Oh yeah, if I block that, it's way different. There's no door on the tray, that is. Man, that felt kind of good putting my fingers in front of there. It's cooling them down. I'm gonna go get the other two drives, and after we burn this disc, I'm gonna eject them just to make sure there's nothing in there. So I guess I could probably just manually eject them if I find a paper clip or something. Or I can just look in there. There's no disc in that one, and there's no disc in that one. Why was Nero in there? So confusing. Somewhere around here, I bet there is a paper sleeve that has the CD key for this copy of Nero on it, but now they've been separated. So that's fun. Please work. Okay, so the other one got to about halfway in the burn and then, like, died. So let's see. Okay, this one has made it farther. This is running KU-Ubuntu. Yeah, XP is running on real hardware right there, bare metal, but it's not running well yet. All right. Finalizing. I think this one's going to maybe work. Mount the disc after burning. Oh, this one's going to do you one better. So this one checksums the disc after it's burnt and then compares that to the image. So it's guaranteed to be good. Well, we're gonna put it in the other drive and try and boot it. That'll be our double check. It's not like it matters. After it's burnt, whether it works or not is not. There's nothing we can do about it. So we might as well just try it. What if you have hash collision? Then I am both the luckiest and unluckiest person alive. Let's see, what time is it? We're actually doing okay on time. If this didn't require me using my laptop over here in an isolated environment, I would be going back and looking at the other thing. Plus, I think once we get the XP stuff started, it's going to have to go for a bit, so that'll give us time to look at the CD robot. which is just going to be deleting all of the Q files for the disks that it has successfully ripped, and then restarting it. And success! Perfect. Okay. Now for the time-honored tradition. I need a good surface here. This will work. You don't get this with a flash drive. Now we label the disk. Normally you would label it before, just so that you're forced to label it, but you know, when you're not having success. Okay, so this is XP integral, but it's also kind of like you know, yar har har version. Okay, and then we got like maybe over here, there's like a little guy. He's like, you know, he's sitting on a shoulder with a pirate. But now it's just going to be a stick because I don't feel like doing a whole lot more. There we go. It's perfect. Boom. So now we pop this into our XP computer and we see what happens. You get one of those terrible label stampers. I have owned label stampers almost my entire life. I have never actually used one. Nothing has ever been so important as to actually require that. You got to write the installation key on the disk? Oh no, I didn't. It has all the keys it needs. There's a reason it's the yar har har version. Okay. Here we go. Back to this. Oh, it's so nice to be able to have that done in software. Okay, press any key to boot from CD. That was any key. All right, and I have to press F7 here because this disk still doesn't have ACPI drivers for this machine, which is fun because when you can properly shut it down, you get to see the cursed Windows XP version of the "it's now safe to turn off your PC." But for now, we just needed to actually, you know, boot. Pre-enter the activation key so Windows will already be activated. That is nice. Okay, I just want to see that this actually works before we continue with the CD robot. So if this doesn't work, then it's going to blue screen with error 7B when it tries to start Windows. If it does work, then it's going to complain about there already being operating systems on the drives, and we'll probably just delete the partition table on Linux. Oh, MMU. Dude, this thing's been doing that to me this whole time because it has a built-in speaker that it uses for sound. And it also uses it for the PC speaker, which means it's super loud. So when this thing beeps, it's crazy loud. So this thing's jump scared me a bunch already. Yeah, HCI nonsense is what we need. We need the Intel one. Unplug the speaker wire. Ugh, but it's all like so far down in there. I don't see it. USB 3 controllers. What's up? That's the stuff. This is the benefit of this disk image, is that it's like crazy. Okay, please actually boot. Please boot. Because I know I can't slipstream the drivers that I used for the other version into this disk. So if this fails, kind of screwed unless I can copy. Yes! Oh, we are in. Okay. That's the wrong keyboard.
Okay. CHER 100 Shelby's curse dash unplugging random things in the office kills cocks at home. End of line.
Yeah. Thank you for the 100 bits. Did it drop at home? That's so annoying. Okay. Okay, so it looks like it did drop for a little bit. It's going to install. It just worked. I don't want to repair, to continue installing a fresh copy without repair. Okay. To create a partition, to delete the selected partition. Yeah, just kill it. To delete this partition, press enter. Yep. Okay. Then we press L. So there was a time, okay, where I installed Windows XP so frequently, I could have told you all of the keys you needed to press for this process to delete the existing partitions and reinstall on a new one. I actually kept track for a few years of how many times I installed XP per year, and I think my highest year was in the 30s. Now, that may not sound like a lot if you do like professional IT stuff, but keep in mind, I don't. Because that's never been what I've done. That was just as an enthusiast. All right. Now here's the sad thing. I already had a liberated version of Crysis on that drive so that we could test it later, but we'll just copy it back over.
CHER 100 I used to install Windows 98 so much. I also could install it in Chinese, even though I can't read Mandarin. End of line.
That's awesome, Chloe. Thank you for the 100 bits. I never quite got to the point where I could recite the XP key from memory. I just barely didn't get there. It was probably also because I just wrote the key on the disk, so I was never like fumbling around with it. I'd just get to the key part, pop out the tray, write, the thing. I think it was Hellencroft who said that we need to write the key on the disk, because that is 100% the play. That's what you do, but it's just not needed on this one. I just slid back into like 2009 Shelby so much, I didn't even think about that. That was just like obvious, like, yeah, you write the key on the disk. And I was like, but I don't have to this time. It's like, didn't even occur to me that was a reference that most people aren't going to actually understand nowadays. Wrote it on the slimline case. Yeah, some of them will have the, oh, that's hilarious, actually. Now I know what you mean now. Yeah, you wrote it on your drive. That was your pre-iod iod. You just have the XP disk in there and then have it on the drive and then just, yeah, that's great. So I had a metal CD case that had like the Mylar sleeves in it. So it's like kind of like an Altoids tin kind of structure. And you're only supposed to be able to put like 10 discs in there. But it turns out that if you just didn't use the Mylar sleeves, you could fit way more discs in there. So I had all of my install discs in there for everything, along with my custom-made driver discs, because I didn't know how to slipstream stuff back then. So it'd be install XP and then pop in the driver disk. Oh, it was great. Was there another issue with Turbo? I have no idea. Pro tip, don't do that if you value a CD. Always had it posted, stuck on the disk. Oh, yeah. Had 20 XP keys from clients who called license keys on their Zombie. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, Silent Searchlight, if I could drill down to the exact drivers I need for this machine, I would be willing to burn a dedicated XP install disk for it. That would be cool. Basically, just make my own recovery disk. I don't know if there's a way to easily identify which drivers your machine is actually utilizing to do that, but I would be willing to do that here, assuming this works. On the other hand, this disk worked, so it was slow, but like, you know, it'll work, it works. Oh, you ready for this to fail? Your computer will reboot. Sure. Let me see it. Let me see it, Windows. It's not going to happen. Oh, what do you know? It's just sitting there doing nothing. Yep. Because it doesn't support AHCPI or ACPI, so it can't. It's literally impossible. There might be a way of getting a modern ACPI driver in here, but I haven't heard anything about being able to do that easily, so I'm not going to focus on that too much. Yeah, that sounds awesome, Silent Searchlight. I would love to do that kind of thing. Like for the anniversary XP build, that would be sweet. And I know what the drivers are because I have all the discs for it. Canceling Turbo and getting an ad blocker. That's unfortunate, but I don't blame you. It might have been something weird about how the stream got killed from the home internet going down. I'm pretty sure I don't want to boot from CD right now, so we'll just not and see what happens. All right, please have actually killed the other XP installs. Well, good news, Flimpy, it's only 4 cores. And this is 32-bit Windows, so it's only going to show me 2 of them. But you're not connecting a video source? Why is that? Yeah. All right. This should be into the fairly reasonable install part now. So we can start to look at the CD robot. This is the more predictable part now. Oh, actually, never mind. I don't know what this is. Compressing 7-zip. What? Okay, now we're getting into the weird hacked pirate XP-ness of it. No offense, pirates, I don't trust you. I'm just going to move this off to the side so that I'm allowed to stream tomorrow. Just in case you decided to put anything spicy in there. I'm pretty sure, Dziak, that 32-bit XP limits you to 2 cores. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. You're just looking forward to the whoops? Negative Ghost Rider? Well, that could be awesome. I didn't actually look at Task Manager or System Properties or whatever. I'm thinking of 2000. Interesting. Well, I'll be curious. I thought that was one of the things that differentiated 64 XP, was that they unlimited that or made it a higher limit, you know, because I still want you to buy a Windows Server or whatever. Okay, so let's look at what actually finished. ls-l output. Let's do a output. Okay. I guess there's no size, unless that's the... So it died on Hexen. Yeah, so we need to start with Hexen so we can delete everything here on. Let's double check Williams Arcade looks correct. LS... Output. Yeah, that looks right. Okay. All right, well, I was apparently wrong. Okay, good to know. So this machine may or may not actually utilize this. It's still thinking hard about whatever this is, so I don't know. Then the disk drive is going nuts in the background. It looks like there's probably... Okay, there it goes. Now it's actually doing something. Okay, so we need to delete from the temp folder these. So, all right. CD temp. Actually, we're just gonna CD mkdir tempier. Now we're just gonna move CD temp. We'll move from temp to tempier as a kind of safe option. All right, so let's start with this. Move Redneck Rampage to tempier. Oh, hold on. Boom. Perfect. Descent. Everything like nlight, roll kernel level SATA drivers and XP so you can install SATA without needing SATA. I mean, that's literally what I did for this. Yeah. It's pretty darn handy. But I had not done that until last night. Okay, descent, no such file. Ruh-roh. What? Holy moly, it's doing a lot of stuff over there. Okay, hold on. LS. There's a descent. Levels of the world, right? There is not a descent levels of the world. Why? Maybe that one was already done. Okay, Carmageddon 2 is in there. Carmageddon. Nox. Dude, I'm so looking forward to having the Carmageddon disc ripped because I am 100% listening to that soundtrack. That and Test Drive 6. Exodus? No. Man, it is doing a lot of stuff over there on that XP install. Like, this is just, like, it's going to town. Oh, and then, of course, it finished. I think it's trying to reboot, so I'm going to give it a second. Because it can't reboot. If anyone has any insight on the ACPI stuff, I would be interested. It might be too late. I don't know. Or a pain in the butt. Again, I don't know. Pretty sure it's trying to reboot now because it's just stuck on this. No, Paul Guy, this one's definitely different. This one's different. Hope video link TT Discord proves useful. Is that for the person who streamed the ThinkPad drivers? That'll be cool. Okay, Fur Fighters, and then Williams Arcade Classics 1, and then we're good. Any new BIOS updates? Doesn't really matter for, like, you know, this, for XP. All BIOS updates came out after XP. Manually need to change the HAL file XP uses. Did Crysis make an appearance? Not yet. We're trying to get the computer working to be able to do that. So we'll see. I don't know if I'd still have the drivers. Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out for the GPU. Okay. That should be good. All right. I'm going to put the disk bin back up. I'm going to restart the software. What distro for Linux? On this computer, it's Kubuntu. On the machine that is running the robot, it's plain Debian with no desktop environment, because the whole point is to not have it fight me for access to the drives, which so far does actually seem to have paid off. Okay, I'm hard powering off the XP computer. You know what? I'm going to remove. No, I'll leave the disk in because it seems like it still needs it. Normally, you can't remove it by this point, but this one keeps going back to it. All right. Well, I don't think NVIDIA supports Wayland, so that makes sense. Also, if you manually installed the drivers from NVIDIA, yeah, you're just asking for problems. Okay. So this is ready to go. All right. Let's go back down here. Get out of this. Move all our... Actually, pause the queue, or else it'll get the order wrong. Copy all our files back. Should start with Death Kings of the Hexen thing. Perfect. And resume. All right, machine's powering up now. Seriously. I see what happened. Well, at least... Why, though? How? How is that happening? How? What failed in that last ripping batch? Well, if it failed in the same way it just failed here, the robot went just ever so slightly too far back, the disc got caught on the tray, and then it gave up and dropped it. So I'm going to recalibrate it. I'm going to move the tray position out just a little bit. So I'm going to move it here to, you know, just like 1 or 2 millimeters farther out. So Vim, settings. So, oh, I'm not actually providing all the calibration data here. I'm using, you can, if I remember correctly. Oh, there's XP. I'm going to, again, hide that. All right, fine. CD, git, PyDisk rip, Vim. I did copy my Vim RC into here now because I couldn't take it anymore. Controller, auto publisher ls, okay. Bin 1, ARM, tray angle minus 111. Okay, so, interesting. Integral's asking about a bunch of stuff. We'll get to that in a second. So the way this works, all right, is the home position is right here. Then it swings back for the arm angle position. So we actually want to reduce this value. I'm only going to reduce it by 3, because I think any more is too much. So we'll just try that and see what we get. All right, CD, SSD. I don't know why it's like failing all of a sudden. It's kind of weird, but just hope for the best. All right. Now, XP Fun Edition here is asking about installing a bunch of stuff. Let's see, backported, Firefox. You know, I really don't need all this nonsense, but like, why not? Okay, clear type tuner. I mean, I guess. XP codec pack. Yeah, this is definitely Windows XP with that. Icon restore. I have no idea what that is. Hash check. No idea what that is. Oh, free checksum, verifier, creator tool. Oh, that's kind of awesome, actually. Yeah, icon restore. Icon positions on the desktop. Oh my gosh, I know some people who would love that even today. That's probably just Xlite, right? Unlocker, free tool that can unlock in-use files and folders. That sounds dangerous. Take ownership. Does it take ownership? Ooh, that's kind of nice. I don't think it'll be a problem for me. Power toy, Alt tab, enables viewing applications icons. It's probably like WinTab and Vista. We don't want that. Toshiba UDF something or another allows you to browse HD DVDs and Blu-rays in Windows Explorer. Dude, that's awesome, but we don't need that. Driver packs, 80 megabytes of additional LAN drivers. Holy moly, that's so little. Let's go with it. Desktop adds few new XP themes. You know what? If we're installing weirdo hacked XP, it only feels right to let it put in its weirdo hacked XP themes. Like, it feels right. We should do it. Program tweaks, useful, save you some time and frustration. I have no idea, but sure. Sets a few useful XP settings. Okay, fine. I'm going to let it be. Let's let it do it. But again, not on stream. So far, it hasn't shown anything, but I don't trust it. Okay, back to this. F5, pause Q, down to here, put in the files. Okay. I'm gonna move the phone closer here so you can see what it does in case it does it again. So one moment. Is there a good way to clip this onto something? You know what, I'll just hold it. I was gonna clip it, but you know what, why bother? This should be the ACPI stuff. Ooh, hello. Can you post that in Discord in case we don't get to it soon? All right, here, let's just see what happens. We are paused, right? Yes, okay. Inputting Q files. Q is populated. Resuming Q. This hand is not good at this at weird angles. Okay, here we go. So it'll pick up a disk, and then we need to see how it hits back here. This is where it was failing. That's going to be perfect. Okay. Solved. I don't know how that one calibration just came out of whack, but whatever. This should be good now. And yet you risk the internet on stream but no ad blocker? Did something weird show up in a clip that I didn't know about? Oh no. Wait, don't I have an ad blocker installed for that reason? Oh, I don't. Awesome, thank you, Nakalak. There's only one Windows XP theme as far as I'm concerned that you can switch to, and it is Media Center Royale. That's it. That's a horrible sounding disc. Oh, God. Was there another disc in the bottom one? Oh, no. Okay, well, hopefully it didn't destroy the drive. What was in there? Williams Arcade Classics. Okay, so this, there. There was nothing there. Why was there nothing in the middle drive? Yeah, that was a very terrifying sound for a $300 drive now. Apparently there was a disc left over in the drive that I didn't realize, and it double stacked the drives. Then I'm looking, Helen Craw, or Sanity, at least the Game Copy World ad wasn't that bad.
They've subscribed for 38 months. End of line.
That could have been a lot worse. Dogface, hello and welcome. Thank you for the tier 3 sub there. I really appreciate that. And for 36 months, thank you. That's not the one, it's this, but it's the one where it's like, I like you and I don't like you. Oh, it's 38. It is this. I'm just bad at math. Okay. If you weren't here, Dogface, it went real bad in the CD robot just a second ago. So I got the brain, no happy, like bad times happened. I think we need to delete the output files. Oh, you know what? I'm actually going to restart it because I feel like the drive order could be different now. So I'm going to let it do its thing there, but then we're going to kill it. Okay. Eject. Dev SR1. Okay. Could have been worse, but then Dicey rolled no ad blocker. Yeah. 2. Found and not found mount point or device. That's weird. 3. 4. What in the world? 5. You know, let's just reboot. Just night. Heard you burned some ISOs? Yes, I did. It's actually, it might be waiting for me. Yeah, it's currently installing totally legit, don't ask me where I got it, Windows XP onto an Intel i5 6500 right now. Emergency shut off for this should just be a power strip with the switch nearby me over here. We had that going for a while, but it hadn't wigged out that bad in a while. Totally from MSDN, 100%, yeah. Vibration sensor? You know, actually, that might not be a bad idea. I could probably have the software just detect if there are disks in the drives on initial startup, though. Oh, I turned it off. I didn't reboot it. Yeah, there we go. Restart it now. And if there are disks, just force them out, maybe? I don't know. Was it, though, a bad CD in the drive? So, Danberg, what happened is it put a second CD on top of a disk that was already in the drive. So when it clamped on, it didn't clamp correctly. They might have been doing bad stuff, but hopefully not. I think it put Afterlife on there. Let me look at the bottom of Afterlife, see if it's all scuffed up. Nah, it looks fine. I think I was saved because the hub is slightly thicker in the data layer. Patrick, I'm telling you, disk by ID is not static. It's not ID every time the same. Well, here, I'll demonstrate it this time, just so that you guys can see it. But they don't enumerate in the same order every time, even through that. And I can't remember if it's USB or not. But, okay, ls dev disk by path or ID. Well, we can do ID. But the problem is, they're all the exact same ID. They might be... Which ones are they? These? Maybe it's got to be by path. So for this, -L. So SR, it's that. Well, what does by ID show there? Does it show SR? Yeah, so wonky nonsense. SR0. Well, that was the real drive. The other one, SR2, Asus. Wait, why is there only one? We have SR1, 2. Eject. Dev SR. There you go. There's some beeps. They're loud. Why do we not have all the drives over there? 1, 2. I don't like that the drive that had problems is the one that's not enumerating. What? Oh, wait, it's going to be 0. Wait, no, there is an internal drive, though. Yeah, that's the one that's in there. Why? Power off again. Power this off. I'm going to restart the computer, and then I'm going to turn this on. XP's restarting. Oh my gosh, this install takes forever. Okay, that's off now. Full clean start. So booting the thin client, whatever. Oh, that might be what's going on. So if you saw the LED blinking there, it can half enumerate because it pulls power from the machine. You know what? I'm just gonna wait a second and turn it off again and then reboot it one more time. Okay, so Windows XP is stuck and shutting down. I'm gonna give it a little bit because it can't actually shut down because of the ACPI stuff. I'm gonna look at NACLX link for that in the background here. Let's see. Okay. Shut down. The bypass should be unique and static since it's based on the physical ports things are plugged into. So glad I can just use 32-bit 10, yeah. Okay. Turning this back on. Okay, I'm going to hard off the XP machine now because it's stuck. There we go. Don't know if I've ever actually used XP. Okay, I don't normally say, like, oh, that makes me feel so old, but that makes me feel old. Like, that one actually hurts a little. All right. Turning the robot on. It's not plugged in. in your 20s. You should have used XP, unless you were in some area where technology was not prominent. You should have. All right, there it is, booting, maybe. Okay, let's connect to the computer, see what we got going on for CD robot stuff. Texas, you should have used XP at some point. You must have. Like, it's not just me coping. Like, statistically, it really should have happened. So, all right, I'm just gonna plug into the front USB port and screw it. All right, enumerate your nonsense. There we go. 1, 2, 3. All right. We have to edit the settings no matter what. So, hold on. Mount dev sdb2 boom cd ssd. Okay. byobu. Okay. And then split. All right. That's interesting. They just are using the regular, I think that's the Zune theme too, the regular system dialogue for this. Location, sure. Language, sure, whatever, I guess. Okay. Okay, I'm putting that off to the side because, again, I don't trust them. I'm setting time zone to Arizona because we're awesome and we get our own time zone. Oh, I think it's just like done. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay, I think that's it. Okay. I got my number one question. How much oh gosh. How much stuff isn't currently working? Let's find out. Ouch. It had no additional drivers. Are you kidding me? It didn't help anything else? Well, that sucks. Oh, that's way too high res. Okay, it's accessing the disk drive. I'll just leave that going in the background. I don't know if that's going to do anything. Okay, cannot install hardware. Awesome. Love it. Great. So none of that's going to be usable. Oh my gosh. So yeah, installing Weirdo XP did nothing for me. All right, well, I'm going to move this off to the side. Let's get the robot working again. Vim, settings, ls, dev, disk, by, path. All right, just make you guys happy. So do I do it by the ATA path or do I do it by the USB path? Flare Spire. Universal serial bus controller. Here, let's find out. I'm going to plug a flash drive into a USB 2 port. Does anything happen? No. So, nope. Grep it for SR. Okay, so you got USB, USB V2, and oh, okay, yeah, fair. Okay, so USB or USB V2, I don't think it's gonna matter. This one's shorter, so I'm gonna go with that. It's the first one that gets replaced, yeah. True. Janko, yeah. I'll grab that in a second. I think someone's dragging a giant metal pipe along the ceiling. Although this is for the front USB port, so it's going to be different if I try and plug it into the back now. Maybe I'll just leave it plugged into the front. That could be my emergency hold your butt yoink solution. All right. Come on, give me the start command. I don't want to have to actually type things. Boom. Sanity, we have ripped probably less than 5% of my CDs. We have so not hit sunk cost yet. We are so far away from that. All right, make sure that's next. Yep. It's annoying how much the silver Sharpie lines have helped. All right. Go. Why have you not assigned one to that? Okay.
100. You can hold your own butt by your command.
Chloe, thank you for the 100 bits. Are you kidding me? It's not actually on the tray correctly. Let's see what happens. Oh no. Ah! Wait, what? Oh my gosh. Dude, I swear there is something wrong with that Hexen CD. Queued for removal. I'm gonna scream. Whatever. We'll just let it pass the Hexen CD. Yeah, I might rip it manually. I don't know what's wrong with it. Whoa, the trick style's got hub cracks. Oh my god. Did the robot crack the trick style CD? Yeah, just get out of here, Hexen. No one wants that one. Oh my gosh. How much control do you have over the disc tray? If you could move it out really fast, you can shake the disc. No, you definitely don't have that. Ugh. Has Trick Style CD been successfully ripped yet? I have ripped it in the past. I have a second copy as well, so. It cracked the hub. So, to be clear, it cracked this, not this. You can barely see him there. All right. Man. Okay. So that's going now. Back to this. So. What's this machine doing exactly? It is ripping CDs. All right, how do we, like, find the driver? So, is this probably the one? Something like this? I don't know exactly which one. No, Smash Pack is a bunch of Genesis games. Wholesale piracy. Yeah, well, I need a device. I need to know which device ID. Is it this one, the SM something bus controller? That was super weird. Because I heard the No Machine, like, connect jingle. And I was like, wait, what? All right. Anyway, it's not possible to have a redundant internet connection with my current setup. I'm not getting into why. Because you're just going to make suggestions that I don't want to do. So we'll just not go into that. All right. Windows XP driver. Now, I have told you why, Dziak. I feel like this is probably the most likely link, but...
100. Of course you're not going into it. It's networking. End of line.
Chloe, thank you for the 100 bits. Whew, that's a close call, our programmer. I wouldn't bet on that one. Okay, I think I need to look up the generic device name. I'm sure randomdrivers.com has that. I don't know if this is something I'm going to be able to do on stream. I'm probably going to have to go to some sketchy websites to find this. A 7 driver, excuse me, may work, but it might need modified to accept working on XP, which is usually what the backported ones are. This is one of those things where I don't do weird XP stuff enough. I don't know what I need to search for here. Why are you caring about SM bus drivers at this time? I think that's the chipset driver, because none of the PCI devices are showing up. Which one's the chipset then? Because I don't know what the DAC is. It's not that. It's not that. This is the PCI Simple Communications. It's that one, isn't it? Oh my god. No, I mean, I know that's what a DAC is, but also, didn't it literally say? No, but anyway. It says data acquisition, though. Anyway, are you saying the A123 is the chipset? Is part of the chipset, but is that the actual chipset that I need? This is A13A for PCI Simple Communications controllers. I have checked 2 IDs. I have not found anything useful for the first one now. So this is A123A or 12A. Well, that one got even less. A13A, I'm sorry. So this is also chipset, MEI controller. Megastar, nothing works because the chipset drivers are not installed. Literally no hardware works. So no, legacy update can't do anything. Snappy driver installer. Would that have the weird drivers I would need for this? Yeah, this is going to be useless for us today. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start my server downloading that in the background. The full one. All right, so that's running in the background now on the server. But that's not going to help us today. Look for an XP driver for Ethernet first? No, that won't work because it can't access the Ethernet controller through the PCI thing, right? Dude, I love that CD robot. Oh my god. Ethernet, nothing is showing. I mean, Ethernet shows up in the device manager right there. Saying this is the driver for it, Hellencroft. Why didn't it start a download? Oh, it did start a download. Now I'm downloading it twice. Gonna have it extra downloaded. Okay, here's what I'll do, Hellencroft. I will attempt to install that. And we'll see what happens. Beep. The Ethernet controller. There's the cursed XP safe to turn off your computer thing, by the way. It's so weird. All right. We can sneakernet files into this. I'll go ahead and download the offline one for kicks. So, yeah, we can sneak files into this by just putting the drive into here. So I'll wait and grab this. iCafe. We'll go ahead and grab that too, just for giggles. And that was SDI. Something or another. SDI. Why is it 7-zip? Oh, 7-zip's probably on there, actually, though, since it put a bunch of stuff in there. Why would you not make a subdirectory for that? Those the only files, or cannot open? Oh my gosh. Here, I'll just copy all of this. We'll just see. When that indicate ACPI is disabled the machine or I mean, yes, I had to disable it because it doesn't work. On that, I can try and download that ACPI driver, maybe. Let's see. CD Robot's great. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely a website I don't want on the stream. Jesus. Okay, is this like actually working, or I think it is. I don't know. The ACPI files are on some really weird, sketchy site. I'm not exactly sure what it's doing other than trying to serve me the maximum amount of ads possible. Oh, this seems like a scam. Oh, no. Supposedly I'm downloading it. All right, here we go. RIP computer. All right, we'll copy this again. Arc, extract, auto detect to subfolder. Okay, this time it actually made a subfolder. It made 2 of them. Why would you do? Oh my gosh. What? Well, I don't know which one I want. All right, I think that's everything for now. All right, unless anyone else can think of anything else I should throw on there. Last thing to fix, get the drivers working. Yeah. Anything else? We got potentially network drivers, potentially GPU drivers, but we'll worry about that later. SDI, if network drivers work. I think that's good for now. I don't remember the BIOS having any ACPI settings. Okay, I'm going to call that good for now. Okay. Keep your eye on the ball here. All right. This, by the way, going swimmingly. We're about to have to reload it. Uh-oh. Oh, I guess I could remove the disk now. This is VM or actual hardware? It is literal actual hardware. So it's an Intel i5 6500 based system. Yeah, it's hard because it is way not what XP is supposed to be running on. Okay, yeah, we definitely have 7-zip installed. Okay. Let's try this thing. Yeah, let's see what that does. Not a valid Win32 application. Windows is finished installing your new devices. What? Well, this isn't gonna work, the reboot, but... Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to do that, Hellencroft. We'll try that in a second. It's not booting because it's stupid. Oh, that's the second to last disk, I can tell, because the vacuum the next disk up below it. But it didn't. Yeah, then it fell. This is not a bootable disk. Please insert a bootable floppy. Ah, okay. That's probably fine. I have it, the BIOS set to attempt to boot a bunch of stuff first that's not the hard drive. That's on me. No, Megastar, Spaceberry's right. Everything after XP is worse in Windows land. Okay, we're gonna move hard drive up, and we're gonna apply. No, we're not gonna save it as user settings. I'm a grown up, I know what I'm doing, and then we're gonna redo it. I mean, Easiac, it would find its chipset drivers if it was released, or if I was installing it on hardware that it had any hope of knowing what is. Okay, what does it think it installed? There is technically a flash drive plugged into a 2.0 port, but that's not what it was. Okay, so you're saying 7-zip, extract to, sure. Oh, it did, what do you know? All right, setup, why not? Detected operating system is not supported.
Oraku says CHEER 100 no. Installing the Intel chipset drivers was always a pain in the bum on new XP installs. End of line.
Hellencroft, what do you think I'm installing here? Everything is x64 Windows 8. Chloe, thank you for the 100 bits. There's a Windows 7 x86. There's definitely no Windows XPs. I mean, I can try pointing it at that and see what happens. I suspect it will be cranky. Oh, whatever. What's to instruct disc 1? That is Warcraft 3. So it's still ripping Warcraft 3 right now, but then it's going to be out of queue. Anyway, here is maybe a driver. I don't know. Have half an hour between stream dying and resuming before new watch streak. Twitch auto started stream. Alright. So I saw your second link. I should click that one about modifying the drivers or whatever. So I actually found a link about someone trying to modify drivers specifically for this. Oh, this might be the second page of that thread. No, I don't know. There seems to be a lot of people who want to modify the 218 drivers work on 219. So you rip the disc blind and then label them later based on webcam photo. So it's actually funny. Ignore the, like, assume it's going to be full manual for the webcam photo. I was thinking I could actually just do that. I think with the prefix timestamp option enabled, the name should be totally acceptable. It would just end in an underscore, which wouldn't be ideal, but it should work. So I could do that. If I were going to do that, I would probably want to make a script or something where I could just put the name in at a directory level, and then it will like know where all of the files are and rename them based on that structure. So maybe. Yeah. All right. Sure. Whatever you think's gonna happen, Intel. Beep. Cannot install. No adapters are present. Well, rip. Okay. I don't know if this is going to be possible. I want to find someone else who gets these drivers working before I try and do anything weird, because it seems like there's a lot of interest in it, and I'm not the first person. So I was reading this thread. This is not it. That's the wrong ID. This is 17, like one, hold on. This is B7, 15B7. Got a button to the GUI to rename a completed rip. Again, that's one of those things where it seems like it'd be super easy, but is nearly impossible. Old one, you don't have ad block installed with turbo, do you? Because sometimes I've heard that can mess it up, because it'll try to fight ad block and then replace the ads, and that replacing of the ads can also add them if you shouldn't have them. Let's see. So that's not it. This is wrong. Appears as archive. Audiplex 920 hardware, something or another. No. It's just a smop. I don't know what that is. Had to force close the Twitch app. Okay, I have no idea what you're doing. If you're watching on a phone, I have no idea. On a tablet using the official Twitch app. Interesting. It's not like Pi-hold connection or anything. I don't know, because I don't do any of that, so I don't know. Okay. It's funny how much interest there is in stuff like this, but there's not enough interest to port Linux drivers to Windows XP. Like, people don't want to do that. We back, apparently. Tell Ethernet driver complete pack. Interesting. Solve the look below for 217. That's not going to be it. They 100% do not have XP drivers, yes. Here you go. This is probably what Helen Croft had me download. Let's see. Not quite. So here is this network card for Win64, and that's it. Just shove it in and reboot. I don't know what you're talking about. From that second driver I linked. Okay, so that was, I guess it downloaded. Hold on, let me kill the computer and stick that on there. Plug in a Realtek card. Wouldn't that require PCI work? Also, not sure I own a single PCIe network card that isn't 10 gigs. Never really thought about that, but I don't think I do. Okay, so the weird whatever this is, what exactly are we planning on doing with this? Trying to hack out some files and then manually install them? All right, ignore the PCIe comment. I don't have a card. It doesn't matter. Would X-Connect 3 be old enough? I don't know. Those I only have in fiber and no. I'm not 100% sure there aren't any SFP switches in the office, but I don't want to use them if they are. Point device manager to INF and ignore the warning it's not the right driver. Okay, we can try that. Sounds like if we get this working, though, we're going to be the first ones to get it working, which isn't a great sign. When it came to this kind of stuff, when I would get close to doing this kind of stuff, I had a general rule of thumb of that if I was having problems, this was not a solvable problem, which is what this is starting to feel. Okay, we're back. All right. So which driver should I point it at? So I'm guessing Pro 1000 or Pro 8X or whatever. I mean, I can just try any of them and see what happens. Pro 1000 XP related PCIe. Okay, Pro 1000 XP related PCIe. Okay. We're going to point it there, and then maybe I have to modify a vendor ID or product ID. I don't know. We'll find out. Ethernet controller. Reinstall driver. Specific location. Browse. Not that. This. 1000. XP. PCIe. Go. Next. Back. Okay, I don't know how full manual install. What am I doing? Driver. Update driver. Specific location. Okay, I don't know what full manual is from here. So, like, do I do this and then I have to... Is there something else I'm missing? Have disk. Oh, it's been a little while. Okay. Computer. Okay, no, desktop. This. 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 Okay. Any of them? A particular one? I'm just gonna try the first one. Okay. Okay. So we got I something or another's, I211. I might try that one because that seems like it's probably the closest. So shame this window cannot be made larger. Yeah, so what do we think? I try I211 gigabit? Oh, we got I218 LM here. We can try that. Try the 211. I'm gonna wait a second because 218 seems closer. This is a 219. I think we try this. This is a 219 LM, but we have a 218 LM driver. I'm gonna try this. Yeah, whatever. Cannot start hardware. Device cannot start. Blah, 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 blah. You have 218. No, I have 219. Update drivers. What exactly doing here? We're trying to force Windows XP to use the wrong driver for a network card, and so far it's telling me it doesn't like how these ones taste. Why I gotta rebrowse? Oh, that didn't matter. Okay. Alright, I'll try 211 just for kicks. I have a feeling none of these are going to work, though. Try the next INF file. Oh. Device cannot start. Well, if I leave that dialog up, will it not open it the next time, or will I just have two of them? Let's find out. I have the doohickey majigger. In theory, we're also ripping CDs in the background, but this got to a point where it needs direct attention, so we're doing that. This is like literally the exact same list. Okay. I'll try the 217 just because it's a wasted test if I don't. No. I'm going to try the next bigger number manual file. This process sucks. Okay, I'm going to try this. See what we get. Starting to have a strong feeling this isn't going to work, though. Nope. All right. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be it, unfortunately. It stopped opening the window, though. Try the Pro 1000. It's super generic. I mean, I guess. Yeah. Just install any 2000. Maybe that'll work. What is this dialogue? This is completely different. What? Okay. Well, why are there so many weirdo Pro 1000s? Where's like the normal one? With I/O acceleration. Like, which one's the most normal? PF, PT. Looks like PF network connection is probably the most normal. Nope. All right. I don't think we're getting there with that route. Unfortunately. I'm really thinking Snappy Driver's not going to fix this either. That is at 30 gigs, by the way. Not a native driver, seeing Intel Ethernet adapters are common use during XP. Well, this is late. So. Ugh. Yeah, that's kind of what I was seeing too, Helen Croft. Well, that might be the thing that kills this. All right, let me see if Descent 2 is in the box, and then we'll rip that and the Hexen disc. All right, so Descent 2. Jewel case? It's still in the jewel case. I'm an idiot. Okay. So that's what happened there. That's why everything got offset. It successfully failed on and then ejected and moved on from the Hexen expansion, though. So that was good. But we do need to actually put Descent 2 in there this time. I'm going to put Descent 2 in first, then Hexen, and maybe putting Hexen in a different drive will work. I don't know. At this point, it's more mysticism than it is science. So we might find it if an ID exists, they have legacy pack. I really don't think it's going to work, but well, I'm going to try it, but I'm going to try it at home. Oh, yeah, I don't actually need that. I just need this. Booyah. So nice having my own software solution for that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. I'm going to shut this machine off. Actually, we don't need to do that quite yet. Let me get the discs out. Yeah, no USB, no networking. For giggles, I'm going to try not naming these discs this time. I'm just going to use the timestamps, see what happens. I will hate that when I go to actually work with the files later, but just for giggles, try it. This is going to be interesting. I'm actually going to put the bin... Oh, I way whacked the webcam there. I'm going to put the bin of used discs there and the bin of new ones there because it checked. It ran out of discs, which means that it cycled everything. So it's offset now. This should be the correct location, which we've never actually loaded from. So, refresh, it should be done. Queued for removal. Never mind, it's not done. It got stuck somehow. Whatever. Alright, well in that case, now this needs to be moved around. Let me make sure there's no discs in the... Oh, the phone is off. You can't see what I'm doing. Hold on. Where is my phone? I was using it to take a screenshot of my stupid home internet being out. And then... Here it is. PEX USB 4 DP... I don't know what that is. A PCIe USB controller card. I might actually have that. Okay, new discs. Old, well, unrelated bin here. And then ripped discs. There we go. And then I'm just going to check the other drives. Yeah, I thought so. Hopefully those actually ripped. I'm not sure. Okay, so it's Descent 2 and then Hexen, but it doesn't matter because I'm not going to name them, and we'll just see what happens. Low profile USB 2 cards, so XP could build drivers for it. Ooh. That does sound nice. Here's what's going to really happen, though, at this point. I think we've reached the threshold where it's not worth trying to do this anymore, so I may just give up. Okay, I'm just hitting enter. Oh, that's kind of cool, actually. So I can hit enter again. There's another disc. That should just work? Yeah. Interesting. Dell's an XP hater. Yeah, seems like it. Wonder what the chipset is on this thing. It's a 219V. So we'd have the same problem if I tried to use the other machine too. So it doesn't matter. All right. Again, that disc loads weird. Is it bigger or something? How? What is the problem? It's smaller than this Canon driver disc or Kodak driver disc. It's smaller than that, than Fur Fighters. How did Fur Fighters end up down there? What? What? Oh, these CDs are totally out of order. It's the same size as the CDRs. The hole size is the same and perfectly centered. Dude, I do not get this. I don't know if it's actually going to rip, having just put it in like that. We'll see. Did Descent 2 actually rip? I don't know what it's doing. It says ripping. I don't believe it. You can see the disc is misaligned here. It's too far out. There's nothing I can do about that. That's probably why I pulled them in slightly. As far as the alignment. But then it was hitting the lip. Like, yeah, I think it's not ripping Descent. I don't know why. Let's just... Oh, now it's starting. Weird. Oh, it was probably doing a Music Brains query, and I bet it's really big. That's probably what it was. No, shaking the tray is not really valid. Because there's no way to know that the disc didn't land correctly, and I'm not going to do that every single time. That would be such a massive waste of time. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let Hexen, or Descent 2 finish ripping. I'm going to put Hexen back in the other tray. I'm going to kill the software. Actually, I'm just going to pull out Hexen right now. I'm going to kill the software, restart it, let it pick up Hexen, put it in place, and then I will just fix how it drops it by hand. Can you surface the currently waiting for Music Brains somewhere? Probably not. Well, I mean, maybe. I could query, or I could have it write the update, querying Music Brains, and then have it write the update after for whatever the next step is, I guess. Yes, that is doable. Unlike this. I think I have to give up on this computer running XP. I don't think it's going to make sense. I mean, I'll take it home. I'll try the SDI, whatever it stands for. But I don't think it's going to work. There's a specific use case for XP. I just want an XP computer. The answer is it doesn't run Crysis, at least not on XP. It might have run Crysis if I installed Windows 7, which might work. I could put 7 on it, I guess. Although 7 has some of the same problems. 7 doesn't know how to access any of the USB drivers and stuff. So, that's a different challenge. I don't think 7 has as much of a community for it. So it might actually be harder to install 7 now that I think about it. Dell has drivers for 7? Oh, that might actually be viable then. Windows 8. Windows 8 is literally the thing that made me switch to Linux. So, no. Just means I'm going to have to buy a computer to be an XP computer, which sucks, but oh well. It's not Vista drivers. The computer is way too new. That's the problem. I'm going the wrong direction. I'm trying to make new hardware do old things. Ah, 20th anniversary XP computer's fine. It's just over there. Windows 7 just Vista with another service pack? Yeah. This might be sacrilege. I do actually prefer the UI in Vista. That is better than 7. But they had to change it. Optiplex, what model? This is a 7040. Holy moly, Descent 2. Why are you taking so long? It was literally everything else in Vista that sucked, yeah. Well, great. Now I gotta figure out the number thing for today. 6. Let's see. What's the last one? Probably 6 or 7, 6, 8. Okay, 7, 6, 8. 6, 3, 2. Okay. Bin queue split. Blah blah blah. ls-l. Okay. So picky. Want spaces between your things. Okay. So as long as those numbers are increasing, they're increasing, and I have a feeling it's almost done. It was just burnt straight to the edge. Windows 8 was botched the instant they decided to make it touch first. I watch CD doesn't rip, yeah. Majenko, I would do that, except there are too many things I would have to alias. Sudo as SDUO would be the first thing I would alias. And I wish I could alias in Vim capital W to W. Now they have it for 7? Alright. I don't think it makes sense as a 7 computer, because my GPUs are really weak. I mean, I could buy a better GPU, but I don't really want to. I don't know. We'll contemplate it. If I can natively put 7 on it, maybe. I don't think there's anything you can't do on 7 that you can do on XP. Or let me flip that around. I don't think there's anything that would run on XP that won't run on 7. That should run on XP. Let me put it that way. I know XP might run something like Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, and then 7 won't. I think that one in particular has weird problems. Why was Vista bad to begin with? Too many changes all at once. That was basically it. Microsoft should have pushed 64-bit XP for longer. I think that would have solved a lot of problems. Oh, Willican, yeah, no, that would be completely fine. The 1060 is actually a pretty darn spiffy GPU for something like that even. It's I have a very specific use case in mind. A 7 PC could be acceptable, but then I'm bumping up the GPU requirement. I have a gross question. Will all Windows 7 drivers work on Windows Vista? Mostly yes. So I could put Vista on it? I think Descent is stuck waiting for something else. I don't know, queued for removal. I'm going to give it a second, see if it goes. Tomorrow Vista install? You know what? Maybe. DX11 is a hard cutoff for no on this. That is definitely past what I want this to be. If you install Vista, I will unsubscribe and bring my buyer to terrorize y'all. It's not going to be on me whether or not I install Vista. Maybe it doesn't work. Well, there's only one way to find out. Just have all the drivers downloaded at home? Yeah. I think I can do that. We're doing the blind ripping thing. Yes, yeah. So I did try it. All I have to do is just check timestamp prefix, and because that happens on the JavaScript front end, it prefixes the timestamp. It means that it passes as an acceptable name. Do an in-place upgrade from that XP to Vista? Nah, see, that's too much now. 32-bit or 64-bit? That is the question. I don't know. I'll look at what drivers Dell has available for this thing. If they have 32-bit 7 drivers, I might go for 32-bit Vista. Oh, I see what you mean, Blue. Oh, yeah, because that was one of the things. I think, yeah, you're right. Okay, so Vista could be a problem for that. That's going to be, okay, fine. Yeah. Why not a quick bulk add X name unnamed disk options? Because it wasn't even possible to add unnamed disks until like last week. But also I could just press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then boom, now we have 5 unnamed disks added to the queue. So, you know, it's not that difficult now. All right, I'm calling Descent done. So I'm gonna pull that out, put it in the finished queue. All right. And then I'm going to manually manage. Did it put, where did it put, oh, it's back in the thing, okay. I'm gonna restart the software and I'm gonna like manually manipulate the disk to get it back into the tray correctly. Hopefully it doesn't like, you know, mash it down into the tray or something stupid. All with the same timestamps because you pressed it too fast? If I had a GUI, you know, it kind of really... I need to run an FTP server so that I can look at the files and then manipulate them. Not being able to access the files over a GUI is killing me. I don't know. I've never used Windows 11, Jason. Again, I stopped using Windows when Windows 8 came out. Exact same thing every single time. That one disk always goes towards the edge. SFTP mount? I mean, I could do that. But I don't really want to have a mount. That's the benefit to FTPs. You can just do it as a client. Web dev? I don't know. That sounds like networking now. That was complicated. 11 broke my DaVinci. Ooh. Yeah, that's one thing where I actually know it still works with is DaVinci Resolve. You know, milliseconds. I have milliseconds in my timestamp. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I bumped the webcam real good. We're going to have to tweak that. Actually, I guess I can just do this. I think if I make it flat, it's fine. Can a hole be mispunched on this disc? No, because it's always going to the same side. So if it was off center, then sometimes it would be too close to the arm, sometimes it would be too far, sometimes it would be up, sometimes it would be down. It is 100% of the time too far. And I don't know how. It is kind of bugging me. WebDAV is Microsoft HTTP protocol. All right. Curl FTPFS. Oh my gosh. Yes, Desiac. Ghost Zen? That's a good album. All right, let's F5. Yep, ripping. All right. The XP Vista machine off, so I'm gonna get the jewel cases over here so we can start repopulating. Oh, man. Well, the good news is with Vista that whatever AMD card should probably run a lot more easily, because I was starting to think that I wasn't actually going to be able to get the drivers installed. How many, like, what's the VRAM size on that thing? Because I don't actually know. Okay. 2 gigs of VRAM, that's probably enough. Core count doesn't really matter. DDR3, blah, 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 blah. So that means it's kind of old. 2015. Okay. That might be okay. All right. Ow. Ah. Fortunately, literally staring at nearly everything for Killer XP Machine, but the smaller board I have is MATX. So if I wasn't going for that exact form factor, because again, that form factor is what I'm after, there is a different case that is closer to the one you are looking at that I would go for instead. And you can ask Kaiser what that is, because he recommended it. All right. So, I'm going to go ahead and move the phone cam to be the main view here. Boop. All right. Yeah, he's going to want Starbucks? Oh, no. If only there was some way to communicate without physically going near each other. Darn. So I got a CD holder, and I specifically went for one that has 2 slots because as I'm repopulating them, I'm going to move them from one side to the other. That way they stay contained without like doing anything else. So that's my idea here. So I will only ever rip enough discs in this setup to fill one side. For now, at least. We'll see. I might do more later, but I want the machine to be a little more reliable if we start doing that. All right. So, I'm going to recase everything now. So, that's starting with this one. So, how's your guys' days going? Where's the Descent 2 case? Immediately, I'm already, there it is. My day is going not so hot because my internet at home keeps going out, which is messing with my stream, and I know it frustrates my viewers that my internet's so bad, but there's literally nothing I can do about it because the only other internet service provider I have available at the office is the same one who has all of the problems at home. So even if I tried to make my office internet better, it would still suck. I feel like butts and I'm not using your internet connection. Do we stop working on the XP machine? Well, the XP machine is now the Vista machine, so if that gives you any idea of what's happening. Gave away my last fish and I've been draining the tank. So I think fish has different connotations for you, which is part of why you're getting out of it. But I have been having interesting fish times. Gex 3D. I don't remember. I think Gex was in the blank jewel case. The order is like completely destroyed here. I'm going to assume it is. Vista arrow turned on. Oh yeah, we're going way overkill Vista. So computer caught on fire 2 weeks ago. Finished rebuilding last night. Holy moly. Takes it easy, go to the nearest restaurant and relax. Overpaying for food doesn't really make me relax. Going okay. Being really confused is just what Retro Studios did with the models from Master Prime 4. There's like some kind of silver sticker in the hub here. I wonder if that was a security tag kind of thing. Vista Ultimate Dreamskate animated. Oh my gosh, dude. Like FMV aquarium background on Vista. Oh man, dude, I want that. Somebody turns Vista into they're in order here now. This is working out. Trick style goes in the sleeve. Afterlife. I thought Afterlife had a case. Yeah. So what's the deal with? I don't know. Let's go with the first one that doesn't match the order. Looks like the silver stickers will mitigate cracks around the hub. I don't know. Okay, Sega Smash Pack. That's what goes in the sleeve. That makes sense too. It's kind of a weird garbage release. Vista Ultimate must have been worth money. I don't know. That's the other thing. One of the reasons why I'm gonna do it here and not at home. Where is it? It's somewhere. Well, I am the proud owner of a copy of Vista Ultimate, but I don't know where it's hiding because, I mean, it should be hiding in its shame for being Vista, but I think it would be funny to install Vista on there. So I want to do it. Might be, there it is. I have a couple of copies of newer Windows over to the side. Wait a minute, do I have 2 copies? How did I get... Interesting. Whoa, take that phone. There we go. 2 copies of Vista Ultimate. 1 upgrade, 1 non-upgrade. Aw, yeah. It's with the Crysis box. Actually, I should go look, because the Crysis might be where that came from. No, but my 3 copies of Windows 7 are over there. Dude, I have no idea where Crysis went. That's kind of gonna bug me. Crysis is actually a really good game. At least 1. I've bounced off 7 or 2, and I haven't tried 3, but 2 hard. Dora, thank you. Both of them better have Goodwill stickers. I think, oh, Savers, does that count? By the way, if you guys have never seen this, I'm going to spoil this for tomorrow. How do you open one of these? Was this one sealed? No. Come on. Ah. Oh, here we go. Oh my gosh, this case sucks. There we go. Look at that. Come on, Vista was awesome. In, you know, the worst possible way. When do we see an Apple Lisa?
Rorapak says CHEER, 422 of them John Madden, football. End of line.
Dora, thank you for the 400 bits. Cheaper to get the 5-pack at school discount than 1 without it. People like 7040 likely to have Slick Table to allow Windows 7 to be installed and Dell disk and actually be activated. I don't know. This ultimate is huge resource hog. Well, good news. This is going to be the most overkill system ever for it, so it's not really going to matter. Okay, pandemonium. I'm going slightly out of order here. Somehow something got skipped. Pretty sure I had FIFO on, so it's a little weird. I mean, Chloe, I have a Lisa. Just it like super doesn't work and I don't have a keyboard. Although I'm closer than ever to having a keyboard, but I still don't technically have a keyboard. Dude, the way these like double cases open is so annoying. It's a gamble which way they turn. Vista greater than 11. Again, I can't say that because I've never used Windows 11. Wait, what are 2 disks I just put in there and then one of them wasn't Knox? Huh? Knox and Test Drive 6. Oops. Oh! Knox just tried to get cracked in half by slipping out of the jewel case. Sorry, it's really hard to like... There, that'll make it better. Now I'm just gonna fog up the phone with the voice and being weird because it's like right in front of my face. Communal will pull here. What the Lisa keyboard? I don't think so. They're like $700. It's not gonna happen. That's one of the things that I've kind of given up on ever actually happening. Want to switch to Linux to avoid that? I don't blame you. That's why I switched to Linux when Windows 8 came out. Here's the other thing. It can't be something where we can't do like a sub goal to buy a Lisa keyboard because I'm not stupid enough to spend $700 on a keyboard like that. That's insane. I'm not doing it. I personally could not justify that. So it doesn't matter. Dude, Monster Truck Madness, such a good game. Oh my gosh. All right, all recased. Now they just got to be reboxed, which we're not doing in 9 minutes, so we're not even going to attempt. Many people would have switched. or the repro ones you can buy. The closest you can get is an adapter to use a Mac keyboard, a Macintosh keyboard with. I do own the adapter, but it's kind of a chicken and the egg problem. I don't know how to use the adapter, if the adapter works. And my Mac keyboards are not amazing. I think all of them are missing keys. And I also don't have the mouse for the Lisa, so I still need to get that. But I bumped the button on the streaming PC for the disk drive, and it opened up, and there's a disk in there. It also didn't occur to me, we could have burnt the other disk using the streaming PC. I don't know what that one is. Yeah. Yeah, Mr. the Cow, that's the thing. Linux, you know, it's like, oh no, I have to use the command line, and then you do it for a while, and it's, oh, I get to use the command line. See, that's the thing. It doesn't seem like you're gonna be that way, even if you're not like a hardcore computer person, but that's how it works. So that's the Vista disk. I have real Vista disks. We don't have to burn them. This Vista case sucks. I'm not sure this one didn't just break. There we go. What's planned for tomorrow? Install this. Was that the one you tried to burn the ISO on? No. No, so I have had five actually computers in this vicinity here. So there's the actual streaming computer, which is just underneath of this table. It's right there. So this is the streaming computer. It's rack mount in the rack with all of the other video nonsense that I use. Then the CD robot PC is right there. And then that's a Microsoft Surface that I use for watching random nonsense before stream. And then this is the workstation Threadripper down there that's got a nice healthy coat of fur. So there's a lot of computers going on in this area. And then we had the XP machine right there. Feed the mystery disc to the robot. You know, it'd be kind of funny to do that just because I've never ripped a DVD with it. Let's try it. One moment. Let me Control Z that. Here, let's just see what happens. That's on me. That's my fault because I closed the tray. It left the tray open and then I closed it. So I changed the state that it knew it was in. Should I rip this disc get scratched? When did it get scratched? After I decided not to rip it. Beta test of the floor storage automation complete. You know, actually, it might still work. Hold on, let's try it. I'm just gonna hands off and see what this does. We're gonna interrupt this because I'm not gonna wait for the whole thing to finish ripping. We've only got 4 minutes left for today. I'm gonna recase these before stream most likely because it's kind of a lot and it's gonna be boring. But I'll probably pick another set of discs for us to do before stream as well. Because it doesn't matter. You can't see me wandering around all the shelves anyway. Does the bypass stuff work now? Well, we'll have to reboot the entire thing to find out. I think I need to click this. Yeah. No, don't unload. No, bad. Oh my gosh, it's just gonna... There we go, onto the surface. Beautiful, love it. Okay, well now I'll do it again. Give me that. I'll put it in here, and now the tray's gonna be open, and it knows it's open. So if I just do this one more time, boom. So, for the record, it identifies media types, so it knows it's a CD there. So in theory, it should identify this as a DVD. Oh, it might be blank, actually. Well, that could explain some things. Because it should work to auto-detect. We can try a different DVD tomorrow. I'm going to be done for now. All right. The problem is the robots are too stupid to only move space. It's like move left, drop disc, build car. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up there. So let's head over to the other area, and I'm going to use my phone. Boop. Don't throw up. Don't look at this right now. It's going to, there we go. Use my phone to change the input. Whoa, crazy. What's up? All right. Well, we did successfully rip the entire set of discs here. And as far as whether or not it makes sense to use the CD robot, I would not be using multiple discs or multiple drives like this for ripping, because it's a giant nightmare. I've done it in the past. It's not worth it. Especially when you're going to have so many things in play like this. So I wouldn't do that. So the robot is still saving his time for multi-disc ripping, even if it's a pain in the butt for some other things. So the robot just tried to do something. Anyway, it's sentient now. So that's going to be it for today. Tomorrow, we're probably going to install Vista on the computer. Which is going to be hilarious. I'm looking forward to that. We'll also do some more CD ripping, chase down whatever new bugs show up. But yeah, that's going to be it for now. So if you guys enjoyed this stream, you may want to follow to be notified when I go live again next, which will be 20 hours from now. If you want to help support the channel, you can find me on Patreon or get a shirt like this one. But that's it for now, and I will see you all next time. And this time, I do have a printer button. Boom.
Thank you.